Hello, everyone. I am super happy. I did the trip to Ayahuasca. I came back, yes, Saturday. Yes, Saturday, Friday. It was amazing. I met the most wonderful people. Want to give special hello to Gary. Gary, how are you? And also the shaman, Don Lucho, beautiful soul. The entire people in Kapitari are the politest, sweetest person. Actually, in Peru, I don't have any complaints. Everybody was really attentive and sweet. Um, I came back, like I said, Friday, Saturday, and I did it. But before I tell you my experience with Mother Ayahuasca, which was amazing, beautiful thing, I gotta let you guys know something. I did mushrooms about 5 months ago, and I did it back to back for about 5, 6 consecutive weekends. Every weekend I did them. Every weekend, every weekend. The first 3 times that I did it, I experienced beautiful things, sacred geometry, a lot of colors. I was channeling these entities that were beautiful, beautiful entities. The people that were around me, as I was talking, they say that I was talking things that were great about life, realities, and stuff. But then the fourth time, something weird happened. As I ingested the mushrooms and my vibration came up, I felt like some energy squeezed my body and it went, oh, and then I started going, oh, real hard and I couldn't even breathe. And then it would release me. Then it would squeeze me again, really, really hard. Veins would pop on my veins, my neck, and I was going, oh, there was no pain. It was just pressure and pressure and pressure. And then it would release me again. And when that happened, I was very, very shocked. Like, what the heck was that? And I said, what, I'm gonna do it again next weekend because I want to know what that was about. I did it again, but this time when I was on my deep into my trip, my hands went into the carpet and I went like this, and I scraped real hard into the carpet and I gave this loud like a lion or something. And then the squeezing started again, and I realized that was an energy that attached to me. And Don Lucho, as when I explained it to him, he told me that, and take this advice, please take this advice. Don't do mushrooms, LSD, or any other teacher that will take you higher into different dimensions, because as you do them, you get connected with different dimensions, different realities, and you become visible to entities that some of them are good, some of them are not good, like the one that I was experiencing. So the following weekend, because I was not afraid, and not that I was afraid because I'm like, I'm not scared of you. No, it just didn't give me any fear. On the contrary, I was very curious to find what that was. So the seventh weekend, I did it again, and it came back. But this time, when it came back, and he started squeezing me, and I go, oh! Then I said, "Who are you?" Then my fist, they all got really hard, and then I went into the ground. I went boom, and I said, "No!" But it wasn't me; it was the entity. And this is all like Hollywood stuff, but it's not Hollywood. So I went, "What do you want?" Then he went like this, and I heard, and it's very strong. This part of my face were hurting because it was going boom, boom, boom. He says, "No, no, no." Then I said, "Why don't you seek God? Why don't you seek what else is there for you?" Then he went like this, "No, he doesn't care about me." And he went, "No, no." And he was so strong, and then he lifted me. I'm not lying to you. He lifted me and he slammed me against the floor. My knees, my legs, they got hurt. So that stopped. And then I stopped doing the mushroom. That's when I started knowing that this entity attached to me. And he wouldn't, I don't think he would, well, at least I didn't felt it, that he would reflect into my everyday life. But I know since he was in my energy, I was creating realities that was probably not of use to me. So then I started thinking and thinking, and Mother Ayahuasca came into my mind. So I'm like, better place in Peru with a shaman, and I will be directed. I'll have the jungle spirits, the shaman, the Mother Ayahuasca, and I'll be in the center of Gaia, Earth. So I took the flight. When I got there, everyone, it was about 15, 16 of us, the best people I ever met. Everyone had a session with the shaman, Don Lucho, and we explained to them why we were there. Don Lucho told me, it was definitely an energy. So the first Monday, this ayahuasca session, when I did it, I was expecting that energy was going to show up, but it didn't. Then, around 3 hours into the ayahuasca drink, the ceremony, I had a sharp pain on my lower back, but it was like needles, and something strange happened. The entire hut, the entire group of people, there was one or two, reacting to the ayahuasca throwing up, but everybody else was very quiet. And one of the facilitators there, because he has a group of guys that are working to assist the people, sorry, that assist the people that are going through the ayahuasca trip. He told me that it's very strange, nothing is happening, it's very quiet. And I realized that this entity was attacking my back, and it was holding Mother Ayahuasca from coming in. So I told Don Lucho when he came, because he goes by to every person and he starts doing this ceremony, throwing smoke at you and some words. And when he came to me and I told him, he says, "Yeah, I know, I saw it. It's a very strong energy." The next day, um, again, everybody starts. And the night before, not everybody had the experience. And the next day, um, I don't get the back pain, but I get a massive headache. The headache was so strong that I had to get out of the hut because the shaman is singing a lot of smoke from the. It's not a cigarette smoke; it's a special root. So and his voice was like right here, so I have to leave. So the Don Lucha approached me. He says that you have to do ayahuasca in the hut by yourself, and I say I'm down for it. We started with a little shot like that of ayahuasca. He gave me a cup, no, two of them, and I drank it. When I drank the ayahuasca, about 45 minutes to an hour, no, 45 minutes to 45 minutes, no, 35 minutes to 45 minutes, I'm sitting there and it's like nothing is happening. And I'm like, can this be possible? I traveled from New York to Peru. I'm in the jungle with a shaman, with nature, and nothing is happening. So my ego came in. He's like, let's go home tomorrow, forget about this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we out. I don't want to do this then. Ayahuasca is not, I'm not ready for it. But then I start hearing wow, 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 wow. I'm like, what is that noise? And it started getting louder. Wow, wow, wow. And then that's when I realized, oh my gosh, she's here. Mother Ayahuasca is here. So I laid on my bed, covered my sheet, and I went like this. And I started closing my eyes. Then I started getting all these beautiful visions of like indigenous, like the head of Indians and all that. And from far, a little light, a yellow light started coming in. And then when it got close enough to me, it opened up petals, like purple petals. And it started getting closer. And when the minute it got closer, more petals came out. And the minute it got closer, more petals came out. And when it got in front of me, it hugged me. And when it hugged me, in the center of the flower, it turned into a tunnel. And it was like a light tunnel with all squares. So I'm like, I went right in. I jumped. That was my instinct to jump. And the tunnel started going woof, woof, woof. And I was going really, really fast into the tunnel. And when the tunnel ended, I was on top of a mountain, laying flat. And with the side of my eyes, I could see there were mountains. And I was on top of like, high altitude. And I was looking around. And then from far, I started hearing woof, woof, woof. And when I look up, it was a humongous eagle. He was on top of me. And this is not your average eagle like the one you see on the wild. This eagle was brown, but it had lights of yellow and orange. The feathers were all light up with orange and yellow, or orange and yellow. And then when I look up, he grabbed me and he took off. but he didn't hear me. And I didn't get hurt or I didn't feel any pain. And he's flying around with me, and I'm looking at his beak, all these yellow lights on the beak, the purple eyes, yellow and red lines on the eyes. The feathers were all light up, and I'm just looking. He's taking. Then all of a sudden, my breathing starts going, and as I started going this, then my arms they started doing this, and faster and faster and faster. Then I go like this, and when I started going like this, I turned into the eagle, and I was flying around. I was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm looking at my wings and how I'm flapping, and I'm looking down. I was going through the entire forest. There was beautiful waterfalls, like real, like maybe 5 stories high, all kinds of streams. And as I'm flying and I'm enjoying the flight, all of a sudden the eagle starts doing this. Boom, 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 boom. I start shaking really hard. And I shook so hard and so violently that I opened my eyes, my physical eye. I opened my eyes. And when I opened my eyes, my body was going in the bed. Boom, boom. The entity took advantage that I was on my trip and it started taking over my body. And it was banging, banging. This is like Hollywood stuff, but I promise you, I'm not lying to you. I was shaking in the bed real, real hard. And then I hear a flute. So peaceful, so beautiful. When I hear the flute, then I hear Don Lucho, the shaman. He's saying in Spanish, aceptalo, aceptalo, which means accept it, accept it. So I listened to the flute and I listened to his word. Then my breath started going, started coming down, and my body was going, dum, 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 dum. Then I went, and all of a sudden I feel this peace, beautiful, beautiful peace and silence. And I started crying. I started crying because I felt, me and my spirit, we both felt he left, or she left, or whatever it was. He left. And then I feel this harmony. Then I see my wife, my son in the middle, and then my wife and my kids holding me, looking at me. I mean, he was hugging my son was hugging my wife and daughters. He was like that. The entire family was just looking at me. And then I got on my knees, and then I went like this. And then I started saying, crying more. And then I said, thank you for accepting me as I am. Thank you for accepting me with my flaws. I love you all. So when that left, then I look up and then I said, Mother Ayahuasca, thank you for liberating me, and thank you for giving me this experience. And I didn't know that she was gonna show up. Mother Ayahuasca, well, at least from my vision, she's about 70, 85, 80 years old. She's like 15 feet tall, um, purplish beige face with, the little wrinkles. She had a purple dress, but the dress at the bottom was like lights that would flare out and disappear into the universe. And she had the massive crown going like this. And the crown would also, you wouldn't see the end of it. And the crown had lights all over, purple, yellow. I'm gonna draw on it. Oh, by the way, you see that? I did that art because I'm an artist, so I draw. So I'm gonna draw her, and I'm gonna try to recollect all the images that I had. So she has a crown that goes like this, and it opens up, and it has lights all over it: yellow, purple, orange, red, and a whole bunch of little holes around the crown. Beautiful. And then I said, thank you. And then she leaned over and hugged me. And I was like, ah, it was so amazing, the experience. So that finished. And then I'm looking around the hut and I go to the toilet. I go to pee. When I go pee, then I notice the entire hut started turning into these heads again, like the indigenous heads. And I'm like, what? I came back to the bed and laid back again because I'm like, I want more. And the next vision was a mosquito. A physical mosquito was flying around, and he landed on my arm. So when he landed, I snapped and I killed him, and I started crying because I killed him. Because I'm like that. I could just kill a soul. And then Mother Ayahuasca, without words, this is not communication like the way we're doing it now. Without words, she says that the mosquitoes live a cycle of the second dimension. And night mosquito, all insects and animals, and they have the instance of preservation. They eat, they poop, they live, and then they get the emotion of love. when they procreate, and then the emotion of fear. And when they acknowledge that emotion, they graduate to the third dimension, which is human, because we need to be aware of consciousness. And I was like, wow, I can't believe she, I'm learning this. And then after that, Don Lucho came to the hut and he closed the ceremony and he told me that, because I told him the whole story, and he says that the eagle represents my soul, my spirit animal, which I'm the soul. And he says, when you meditate and ask for this eagle to be with you. And he says that that energy will not come back and attach to me easily unless I'm open for it and I do the ceremonies of the mushrooms in a way that is not proper. For instance, I need to protect myself. I need to invoke my angelic beings, Source Creator, Gaia, Mother Ayahuasca, and I need to do this the right way. Otherwise, I will just be open. And I'm ready, to do it the right way, but I'm not right now. Right at the moment, I don't feel I have to do anything because, Mother Ayahuasca is in me now. Oh, and I asked her, how do I keep you in? Like, how do I know that you're not going to go away? And she told me thoughts, words, and actions. That will determine the quality of those three things will determine if she stays on or not. And I'm going to do my best to maintain high quality, high vibration on those three items: thoughts, words, and action. So, guys, I highly recommend anyone that can afford it or save for it, do ayahuasca because she will show you the way to a better life. I'm not saying she's going to cure you of everything because that's another thing. Don't think that Mother Ayahuasca comes in and if you are a drug addict or if you are whatever, you're just going to use it and then you're going to come back and everything's going to be right. No, it'll happen, but you're the one who needs to do the work. She just give you the tools. She'll help you. She'll assist you. But at the end of the day, it's you who needs to really take action. Remember, it's a choice for everything that we do. Um, and I think that's it. Please check the other video I have. I did a video. It's almost 28 minutes, but it tells you. It shows from the minute I got off the plane to the minute I got into the motor taxi, from the minute I got in the boat ride, the walk to the Kapitari itself. So my hut where I slept the 7 days. It's a great video. Thank you. Bye.